Oh. Gonna wait for some people to jump on. This is a big one, guys. This is a big one. Hey, Christine. Hey, Ames. This one has such crazy, amazing, unpredictable, volatile, serendipitous energy. Like, I don't know whether, like, I love the moon's energy, but it has some scary qualities too. Okay. So it makes me worry about some of you guys. But when we do these full moon lives and things like that, this is with knowledge comes power, you know. It's something new, isn't it? So just listen. Something new. Hey, shake things up a bit. Do the unexpected. Happy Friday. You know, it's about doing the unexpected. And speaking of Fridays, now check this out. Okay. Not only is this the 13th, Friday the 13th, this month. Okay. But my birthday, which is the 14th, is the solar eclipse. So, like, how serendipitous is that? So, we're going to get started. This has a lot to it. And the good thing is you're going to be able to go back to it. But I want you to really hear me. And I want you really to understand so you can move through the volatile energy when it comes up. You know, I mean, it's all happening for a reason. There really is no such thing as a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. Even the stuff that is, yeah, I'm a Libra, baby. Even the stuff that, the bad stuff we don't want to go through, it's usually necessary. And if you just hang in there and allow yourself to work your way through it and rise up, usually it brings you to where you're at. You know, it gets you where you're meant to be. So even look at the harder situations and the sad times and the struggle as, in a way, it may not feel like we're going through it, but it's beautiful because of what's going to be on the other side is going to be so magnificent. So you have to have that sadness. You have to have that struggle, you know, to know joy, victory, happiness, and truly be able to, you know, treasure it and hold on to it. So evidently, since I went on a rant about that, somebody needed to hear that. So I hope that helps a little bit. All right, so let's get into this. Now this is, you know, this is the time again where we go to look at the stars. It's time for us to look at the stars again, okay? This super full moon is a big one. And in more ways than one. And the funniest thing is, and Amy, in a way, this is singing your song. And Stacy, boy, oh boy, is this moon going to speak to you? You know? So, you know, like I said, the super full moon is a big one in more ways than one. And that's obvious. You know, the super moon is bright, beautiful, and is brilliant, filled with intense energy. And this is the last supermoon of 2023. Now, when we get a supermoon, the biggest thing about the supermoon is it's closer to the earth. And it intensifies the energy, the regular energy that comes with the full moon and the alignments of the planets and the stars, okay? So the hugest thing with this moon is this is really intense. It's intensifying an already supercharged energy and moon. So, with me saying that, stabilize your energy. Because the size of this full moon, like I said, is making everything even stronger. Because this is an intense full moon in Aries. And we all know that this is a fire sign. And this is a fierce sign. I mean, this moon, honest to God, is all about you. All about you, where you're at and where you're going. And you actually obtaining your freedom. You know, this full moon pushes you towards your independence. Pushes you towards becoming your own sovereign. Okay. So it truly is a moon that forces you to get to the heart of the matter. Okay, forces you to get to the heart of the matter in all aspects of your life. And it is about you gaining individual freedom. This moon is all about solving a problem. Solving a problem with your love life, your finances, or self-image. Could be on just one of those topics, one of those areas. It could be all three for you. You could need a total transformation. But either way, if you understand what's happening, understand the energy and what everything is about, it gives you the power to truly become free. And, you know, that's what it's all about, living our authentic life, being who we are, regardless what anybody else thinks or despite their opinions or what people think we should do or what we should be. This is about stepping outside the box, you know? So, the fact that it is in Aries is huge, because that Aries energy provides you with the courage and inspiration, Stace, to make the important decisions and to solve problems. Very productive moon, creating flow. Creativity is in high gear right now, and getting some people unstuck. This is the moon that's going to get you unstuck. Okay. So it's an amazing moon for people who are starting businesses, for entrepreneurs. This moon has that I'm good and I don't need anyone's help to do what I need to do right now. This moon is really about you turning in, you standing on your own 2 feet, standing in your power, your authentic self. For some, going after that life that you've had on hold for a while. For others, it's standing up for who you are and what you believe in. This is a moon that is meant to protect and defend what you hold dear. Okay, it's a little bit chaotic. This moon is going to cause some mayhem and chaos. Let's not get it twisted. But in a way, once we move through this and get to the end, you're going to understand why this is such a pivotal and powerful time for us, especially as we're coming up to the end of 2023. Beginning of the year 2023 is, make things happen. You know what I'm saying? 2023, make it the year that counts kind of thing. End of 23, get it in and get her done. Okay. Yep, it is pivoting. Time to pivot. Absolutely right. 100%. So like I said, this moon's energy in Aries is basically, I'm good. I don't need anyone's help to do what I need to do right now. If you want to get something done right, do it yourself. And that is true, because you are the one who knows yourself better than anybody else. And you know who it is you want to be, what it is you want to do. Nobody is going to be able to capture the dream of your life and make that into reality but you. You know, we're all here to lend support. My nose is itching. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. You don't know what that means. But anyway, not today. You know, what does that mean? That Aries energy has that volatility, has all the good, powerful stuff, but it does have that flip side. I'm not letting it get a hold of my flip side. No, thank you. So, this moon's energy is creating strength and independence. Is that where I am right now? Yes. Creating strength and independence. This Aries moon does not lean on others emotionally, and it is not afraid to work on their own. In fact, for a lot of us, my nose really is itching. Excuse me, guys. For a lot of us, we need to be able to work on our own. It's important to be able to do that. Okay? It is a moon that not only dares you to be different, like I said, to be outside the box and not be afraid to do that, but celebrates diversity. You know, taking a path that few may have traveled, but it's a path to abundance. This moon loves diversity. This moon wants you to be bold. Tap into this moon's energy and you will change, I promise you, and transform in a way that is for your highest good. Don't be afraid to. Fear stops you in your tracks. Have faith. Believe in yourself. Listen to your inner voice and follow your truth. Because if you do that, not saying it's going to be easy, not saying it's not going to be hard to let go of the people we need to let go of, or the situations we need to remove ourselves from. But I am telling you, I promise you it will be worth it. Okay? It's not about what is popular. And for people who know you and love you, well, they will be taken by surprise if you actually, if you turn around and actually allow yourself to use this energy the way universe, God, whoever your higher power is, intends you to. The people you know and love will be caught by surprise because you are breaking free and not doing what people expect of you, because it's about you this time around. It's not about them. And it needs to be about you right now. This moon is a time, space of creation, creativity. Get that book off the ground. Get at the house with Amy. Go on adventures. I don't know if Stephanie is on. This is really good for long distance relationships. No kidding. Anybody that's looking to rise in their life and take control of it, this is the moon for you. Okay? This moon is a time of creation, invention, and thinking outside the box, and of uniqueness, not being influenced by the mainstream. This moon helps you develop emotional self-reliance. But for some, it is a moon that's energy may make it a little bit harder to create and maintain emotional relationships with others. And there's a reason for this. This moon really is about self. Figuring out or fortifying what it is you want to do in your life, who it is you want to be, which you can choose a different path at any time. Don't ever think you're stuck, because you're not. There's always a way. If it's meant for you, it is going to happen. But you need to trust and believe in that truth, okay? But this is the moon that has you being creative, going after work, finances, self-realization. So a lot of times it's all about you. So communication and relationships aren't going to necessarily be the easiest of things. And you need to understand that and know how to work your way through it, so you don't end up getting divorced or breaking up or having some kind of disaster through a miscommunication with a friend turn into something better than it should have been. Okay? Honestly, it's because it is one you need to focus on within. Like I said, make yourself, the moon that you use this energy to make yourself right. Not worrying about not worrying about everybody else and making themselves right or making the whole world right. This is about you making you right. Being good with you. Okay? So it takes time and attention from those other relationships. So this full moon's energy in Aries is fierce. It's the cleaning, emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual house kind of moon. It's hitting you from every part of your being. Okay? So just try, and this is where I give you a little bit of help so you don't get yourself into trouble. So just try to stay aware and conscious of others' feelings. And understand if maybe you are feeling a bit disconnected from them, or they're feeling disconnected from you. You literally can blame this one on the moon. Okay? This is why financial and business success is big this time around. Because this moon puts it into the limelight. It's front and center. And literally, people will, and expect it, become married to their work this lunar cycle. Okay? Our passion is heightened. And so you will find yourself emotionally connected with your mission, your purpose. So you are ready to go after it. Right now, you go after it. The time is right now. It's going to continue to be right tomorrow, but set that that commitment right now. And go hard after it over the next few weeks, okay? And fight for the cause. Fight for your cause, whatever that cause may be for you. This is an amazing time for activists and those who are ready to stand and willing to be the heroes for their family and for their community. Now, in our world beyond ourselves and community right now, and this is huge, if you really look at our political climate right now, on a national level as well as an international level, this moon, like I said, is that fiery, intense energy. Okay? And what is this moon about? It's about us individually. Okay? Now, if you look at the political climate, and you need to understand this, and don't get sucked up into it. Take everything with a grain of salt. You know that if you're going to watch one news channel, go watch the other news channel, and then go watch news abroad. And then you might have a better idea of the whole situation, and even then, it's not quite right. So follow your gut instincts. But right now, way beyond ourselves and our community, you will find this will be a volatile phase. And people will be ruthless. If you look at the powers that be right now, from all directions, from all sides, they're being ruthless. A lot of them are playing dirty. Bullies in a playground, trying to one-up each other. They're not looking out for us as a whole. They're looking out for themselves and their agendas. Okay? So are being ruthless in order to preserve their perception of the integrity and independence of their countries. Preserve their perceptions. And I want you to hear that. How they're perceiving it. And perceptions all the way around are severely warped and misguided. Okay? All you need to do is look at the news, and it is filled with the stories. This Aries energy is doing a lot of good this lunar cycle. But on the flip side of Aries, tempers rise. Disagreements, misunderstandings are likely in situations, especially if people in power don't see eye to eye. Because remember what? This moon is about us individually. So we're not going to hear really well unless we really take the time to focus. Because remember, this moon makes it all about them. Not you. Not me. So, for some people in power especially, and I need you to understand this, right now, it is going to be hard for them to differentiate between personal and professional in reference to what they're perceiving is for the collective good. But it's actually more about how they feel. It's not about us right now. Okay? That's why it's really good that we move in and out of these phases, you know? This is the final moon phase before the upcoming solar eclipse. And like, I was so excited when I was doing the work. I was like, hot damn. October 14th, like I said, which is my birthday. So the issues that need resolution right now, that have been brewing over the past 6 months, the time is now for the decisions and resolutions to be made. Like, guess what? You ran out of time right now for what's been brewing and what needs to happen. Okay? But in saying that, you have until the solar eclipse on October 14th, okay, to take the extra time you need to make your decisions before you take action. Really think about it. Really look at it. Kind of finish, you know, the next few weeks before the solar eclipse with these decisions you have to make and come to. Kind of look at it like Mercury retrograde, where you really just got to focus upon it. Slow down, focus on it, so that you know you're making the best decision and not a last minute one. So even though you're running out of time, you still got time. Okay? So it is interesting. It's an interesting moon. This moon, you know, because I bring up the whole cosmos, the universe, we go over everything. And this is an interesting moon. Normally, face value for what the stars are looking like right now, you might say this looks like a boring moon, according to the planet and star alignments, or lack of. But we know it's not. And I think that's part of where that chaos and mayhem is coming, because Aries energy kind of gets to do what Aries energy wants to do. And it's all about them. Okay? So this moon has no planetary aspects, no major fixed stars close to the moon either. So your major influence right now in what's affecting all of us is Venus being square Uranus. That has nothing to do with the moon. It's not square the moon. It's not sextile or conjunct the moon. You know what I'm saying? So it has the smallest orb of the major aspects, which started occurring. So these things started happening today, guys. Literally started occurring 7 hours after the full moon reached its apex this morning. Okay? What does this mean? So, Elena, what does it mean? What are you talking about? Why does it matter so damn much? Well, let me tell you why it matters so much. This means that it can trigger out of the blue. So where's Stephanie? I wish Stephanie was on. I don't even know if she is. I'm going to have to let her know. Trigger out of the blue, long distance relationships. It means serendipitous things can happen. And I love serendipity. I love surprises. I do. So the energy we're going into is very serendipitous day. Strange synchronicities. So if you're looking for love, that might just bring you romance and love unexpectedly. As well as new friendships are being formed. People are starting to, during this energy, because our horizons are expanding. It's about, diversity and living outside of the box, okay? So the coolest thing about this moon is this. New friendships are being formed with really cool, eccentric, unusual souls. Misfits like me. And I love being a misfit. I always say I'm part of the island of misfit toys from that Christmas movie. I definitely am, with the flying lion. Okay. So with eccentric, unusual souls who you would normally not be friends with. You know? Now, some of you will find that some people seem to have the crazies right now too. Because remember, this moon has the flip kind of thing. Okay. So you're going to find that some people just might have the crazies. And you have to steer clear from their, what some might call destructive behavior and poor choices. So this is definitely a moon that's about expansion and growth, becoming your authentic self, diversity, all of that. But some people are a little crazy during it, and those people are the people you need to know to stay away from. And the funniest thing, when we get there, I just sounded like a mom. It's that mama attitude and state of being, okay? This moon, thank God, has an aspect that deals with the mother, the matriarch, okay? Which is a good thing because we need it. That's what's creating the balance with all this chaos. The good chaos and the not so good chaos, okay, and mayhem. All right, so here we go. Sorry, sometimes, look, see, I got pages of this today, so you guys see actually what that is. I spend quite a bit of time doing my work on the moons when I do anything astrological, so a lot of times I can't read my writing. It is a mama bear moon. It is a mama bear moon. Absolutely. Hi, Mikey. Okay, so steer clear of destructive behavior and poor choices. Now, so you will find this moon's energy is really spinning its wheels. I mean, this is like being in one of them Camaros, you know. I used to have a 2001 Camaro SS Super Sport 6-speed, limited condition. Loved my car. But the engine on that car, I got to tell you. So it's like when you spin your wheels. You know, this is the kind, that powerful engine sound. The wheels are spinning and they're getting ready to go before you shoot down the runway kind of thing. Okay. This is what this moon is doing. And people who spin their wheels usually do it because it's a source of entertainment. It's their strength. Makes them feel stronger, makes them feel good. They're showing off kind of thing, right? Moon kind of has that energy. And it kicks up a lot of dust. Revving the engine, spinning your wheels, kicking up that dust so you could do that burnout, right? So you'll find this moon energy is really spinning its wheels and kicking up the dust. And that is making things a little chaotic, a little bit of mayhem. But it is urging you to go towards your purpose in life. Okay? Fantastic purpose. We needed these these tires to be spun. We needed it to kick up the mud. You know, we needed this because it's shaking things up. And this is when, Stace, it made me think of you as I was doing the work and as I was doing the automatic writing and everything. It made me think of you because it's really kicking things up. And you just, we just reconnected again after years on Monday, which is the phase before the full moon when you start feeling its effects, right? Hey, Jenna. So, this reeks so true for you in a magnificent way. Like, I'm so excited for you because I know once you get your bee in your bonnet, nothing can stop you, But this is a moon that builds self-confidence, gives optimism, gives you the strength and courage and power to move forward. But the energy legitimately is shaking things up, okay? And pushing people up and out of their rut. Okay? This is the full moon life, so you're going to have to go back. You actually missed a lot, but that's why I saved it, which is a good thing. All right, so, out of your rut, as you break free, because this is an independent moon, and breaking free, okay? As you break free for some, it will be like a breath of fresh air. Now, I have to tell you that it's a V8 Camaro kind of moon with a juiced up engine. My Camaro, on its own, was race ready. I could have got that sucker on the track and done some damage. Okay, so it's a 6-speed. You know, it's that kind of 6-speed 2001 limited edition T-top Camaro SSS Super Sport Jersey Italian Guidette energy. But the good Jersey Italian Guidettes. Not the Jersey Shore, because they're not even from Jersey. So they don't count. Okay? Now, and I am a Chevy versus Ford kind of girl. Okay, so here we keep going. All right, so as you break free, for some it will be a little breath of fresh air. Some people are like, finally I'm unstuck. And they're just going to feel so good. Okay? And for others, it's going to be exciting, but it might be a little bit scary. So when that happens, because some people have been stuck for so long or in bad relationships, bad situations, stuck in a job they hated because they were too afraid to leave and get another job, okay? So just breathe. Take a look around. Balance your energy. Be bold and take the first step forward. Universe has got you back. I got you back. This soul family has each other back. Be fearless. But the whole thing is, this moon energy is you don't need help from anybody. You got this. Be honest with yourself. Look inside. You know what you need to do. Nobody's got to tell you. And the energy of this Aries full moon, and the fact it's a super moon, powering that sucker up. It's like having nitrous. It will help you break free. Okay? So, and yes, baby steps are okay. Because I can't remember. It was funny. I was doing it. And, you know, people jump into my mind in the soul family who this is talking about, right? So as I'm going it, and then all I heard was, you know, because a lot of people are like, okay, I get it, I'm ready. But can I take baby steps? And all I answered is yes, baby steps. Baby steps are okay. Build that foundation so you never end up stuck in the mud again. All right. Now, I almost forgot, but thanks to the heavens when I was doing the work. You know how I said, like, there's really no aspects that are affecting the moon because there's really nothing really close to it right now? The moon is quincux Ceres. Now, this is where you got that balance. You got that little mama comfort coming your way. Okay. The moon is quincux Ceres. And what this means is that matriarchs take the wheel. Okay, that matriarchal energy. So you get a bit of protection and the mama's 2 cents, whether you want it or not. And that's part of the balance that is needed during this cycle. Otherwise, all hell would break loose. My God. So when the super nanny, and that's what they call it, the super nanny influence, that big mama influence, mama bear influence, takes care of us with this attitude, it's for your own good mantra. So even you getting up and getting out of the house, it's for your own good. Everything you got to do is for your own good. And even the things that are hard for you to do, the decisions you got to make, it's for your own good. Okay? So, now believe it or not, this aspect during this time is very comforting. When at our lowest points, the ebb, the ebbs kind of thing. And it is the compassion, empathy, love, and care that is needed, and when we need it. So you can tap into that aspect of all the alignments going up in the heavens right now. Now, you also will find with some people who are working more out of their shadow side, we all have our shadow selves, the shadow, that it can be too damn much. Those people that are just too damn much. I mean, don't get it twisted. There are times where I want you guys to succeed so bad. you know, to be successful and abundant, to heal, to get out of bad situations, to, you know, do the work and go forward on the career or opportunity that's meant for you. Because I can see what's going on and Spirit tells me, and I'll push because I'm invested in you. You're my life's work. That's why I do what I do. You know, I push, and sometimes, and I can admit it, and I have apologized when I do this. Sometimes I push too hard. But it's only because I care and because I love you guys. Genuinely, I legitimately care. When you look at my website, at no point on my website does it say for entertainment purposes only. I'm not here to entertain you, although I can be entertaining. I'm here to help you heal and live abundant, healthy, happy lives. To stand and live your truth, be your authentic self while doing no harm. Because you guys always know I put that in there. So every once in a while, my mama bear side, just because I'm so excited for you or so worried for you, can come on a little bit too strong. Okay? That whole thing where we become so damn much, or people say killing you with kindness, that kind of thing, where you're just crazy kind of thing. Okay? Just remember now, when you take that into consideration, where you would be if that care wasn't there. If you didn't have that mama bear energy somewhere in your life, even if at times it can be too much. Okay? And that's why, when it comes down to it, everything has a price, even kindness. And that might just make your patience and understanding and be okay. I get it. You know? All right, so moving on. Now, the lunar qualities, hi Randy, of your emotion and intuition right now. Climax during this full moon. I mean, it's really intense. Your passion, your emotions, your intuition, everything's intense and should be in high gear. Okay? So tap into it. Now, if everybody says, well, how do I tap into my intuition? It's your gut instinct, guys. So what it comes down to is sometimes if you don't know what your intuition is, that's that thing that's pushing you to do something, or something where you go to do something, you're like, I shouldn't be doing this kind of thing, and makes you go in the other direction. That's your intuition, your voice. Or, you know, when you're getting ready and you decide that you don't want to go out. I don't want to go out. Okay? And then all of a sudden, something tells you, I gotta go. I gotta go. That's your intuition. Right now, it's in high gear. Your intuition is there to help protect you, but also to make sure you don't miss out on one damn opportunity. Okay? So, in a balanced way, remember, balance, it's to overcome challenges in relationships. Okay, so a lot of people are going to be using their emotional strength and intuition now, not only to, you know, excel, to push forward, to get their passions going, to stand in their own authentic truth and self, but it's also because you're going to need this strength and intuition to get through some of the challenges in relationships, because this can be good for serendipitous things and new romance and new amazing, cool friendships with people that you never even thought of being friends with. But it also, because of the lack of communication, because this is an all about you kind of moon, not an all about them, and the communication is bad, it can also cause people to argue and even suddenly just break up. So you have to be aware. And this gives you the strength and intuition, if you take a step back, to really see the clear picture of what's going on. So, challenges in relationships. So then this is another thing. Venus is huge with what's going on right now. So the crisis mechanism comes into view this full moon. Okay? What the crisis mechanism is, it's the 3-colored triangle in the sky connecting Venus to Mars to Uranus. Those 3 planets right now are in cahoots. Okay? Okay, and this is called the large learning triangle aspect pattern. It's a crisis mechanism. So I'm going to tell you how you're going to move through all this. What this translates to is that it is an ongoing crisis mechanism that actually creates growth and in turn opens you up to amazing opportunities for learning and development. And honestly, that's why we're here. That's the human existence. Living this beautiful thing called life. Experiencing everything. Good, bad, and the ugly. All of it. The bad is just as beautiful as the good if you look at it with the right energy, understanding. Everything happens for a reason. And I may not like it. And it's going to hurt. The bad things will hurt you. They will. I'm not going to lie. They're not going to. But after you get through the strongest emotion and you allow those emotions to, flow through you, and you collect yourself and you look at it, go, okay, I can either let this situation take me out, get all depressed, remove myself from life and from what's meant for me, or I can turn around and say, okay, this is difficult. Everything happens for a reason. I don't know if I'm the lesson for somebody else. I don't know if this is my lesson. But all I know is I'm going to rise better, and what's waiting for me on the other side is magnificent. And all of these things, good and bad, make you who you are. So are you going to rise, or are you just going to fall? I pick rise. I'm here to help you guys rise. Anyway, so this is the learning triangle. So 3 phases of the crisis mechanism. They have them set up. So this is if you're actually into astronomy and you understand. There's the red to the green to the blue, which translates square, quincunx, and sextile, which translates to, in this learning triangle, the crisis mechanism, conflict, striving for a solution, and harmonization. It's all about balance and harmony, guys. That's what we're headed for. So now let's go through the conflict aspect. Venus square Uranus. Okay? That kicks it all up. That kicks it all off. The point of conflict happens when red and blue touch each other. Venus. A problem Venus is known to do is to create. And we know there's love and passion and all that other stuff. But the flip side of that, and remember where we are, we're in an Aries full moon. Feelings, it can create feelings. She can create feelings of inadequacy, which creates tension, conflict, or crisis. So it's Venus touching Uranus. Now, Venus sextile Mars, because she's sextile Mars, brings this calm, balanced, pleasure-seeking state, disturbed or irritated. It's disturbed or irritated. Okay, because you're not going to reach those kind of things because you're in a state of conflict right now, right? So the translation, a problem is arising and must be solved. Makes you realize that the old way no longer works. So it must be adjusted, and a decision or effort must be made. Sometimes the decision, can be a final decision, whether you choose to stay or go, But sometimes it doesn't have to be that serious. It just may be you realize that an effort needs to be made in whichever area of your life you're having struggle or conflict. Now, especially during this moon, it may be due to our increased need for freedom, excitement, an unexpected event, financial stress, sudden attraction, or a shift in affection and loyalty. Because it's all the feelings that are coming up, you know, in this mood, good and bad. You get both sides of the scales here. Now, examples. You feel smothered, confined, or bored. Your partner is demanding or conservative. Don't want to take them risks or do try something new. You could project during this moon and lash out angrily. Or it could push you to have an affair, which nobody wants to do. Or suddenly break up, because you're supposed to stand in your truth and do no harm. But people aren't really communicating well on relationship levels. You also may find that you are suddenly attracted to something exciting or eccentric people. Okay, hi core. People who are risky or from a different culture or background. So these are the things that are happening. So we're still in that conflict stage. Conflict of interest, issues, problems are arising, that whole kind of fun stuff. If you find yourself not to be the daring type of person, because remember, this full moon is urging you to be daring and to try something new, to do something out of the box, okay? You can get your fix through, entertainment, novelties, and amusement, So even if you're not daring by nature, baby steps, okay? So here we strive for solution. Mars, quincunx Uranus, is the next step on the crisis triangle. Okay? This is where the problem is initially dealt with. This gives us the courage and inspiration and initiative to get it done, to experiment and search and reach for the solution. Here you need proactive energy. You need to be, and here you need proactive change. It's needed. It's necessary. For some, coming to the realization can make you doubt, uncertain, indecisive, and insecure. Unexpected last-minute meetings can occur. Odd conversations or interactions online, but this can also bring new information or experiences that help you decide. So you're going to get your answers from everywhere. Our heightened imagination and intuition now, because you're going to tap in for me, right? Where did I go? I can't read my own writing. Horrible. Our heightened imagination and intuition has the ability to assist us in settling on a single goal. Yes, mistakes are possible. As you balance that daring, excited anticipation, impatience, and impulsiveness, so it is imperative that you take the extra time needed while making your decision before moving forward. And you have until October 14th, solar eclipse. So creative problem solving and new discoveries lead to a state of harmony that meets what was needed for the initial problem. So you're going to get there. You got to be open. You got to be open-minded. You got to look at things from all directions. You cannot be a horse with blinders on, So the perfect mix, because, Venus is always involved, of sexuality right now. I almost, all right, here we go. The perfect mix of sexuality and affection is good right now for dating or resolving issues within relationships. I'm trying to shake it up a bit. This whole new moon is about shaking things up a bit, being a little bit weird and strange, which I do well because I am weird and strange. Help you think outside the box and from a new perspective. So I'm kind of looking at you from new perspectives. One, I'm looking straight at you, and one, you can really look into my eyes and see what's going on. But when you get to look in my eyes, you know that I'm genuine and I'm authentic and how much I truly care. Okay? So it promotes this energy, believe it or not, for people looking for love. I know, I see Doreen. Hi, Doreen. It promotes true love based upon intense mutual attraction and chemistry. Yeah, I said it. This full moon's energy promotes true love. People can find their soulmates during this moon, based upon intense mutual attraction and chemistry. And if you get that with somebody that lives far away, that's okay. Because this is a serendipitous moon. And if you're following your intuition, not lust, not your heart, actually following your intuition, your gut instinct kind of thing. And of course, with love, it's going to be led by heart. Go a little deeper, though. That long-distance relationship could become a close-distance one. Now, this vivacious yet balanced energy provides you with confidence to socialize and a good mood to enjoy it. Okay? Perfect for self-promotion, asking for favors, chasing your passion, developing creative abilities, and starting a new project. I know, this moon's talking to you, isn't it? How many people is this moon talking to right now? Well, this is the full moon. We're getting there, Ivy, so you got to go back to the beginning. That is going to bring everything into clear focus to you, and then we're going to get to that because I don't think I've gone over that part yet. Okay? See, now Jenna says, I believe it when I see it. And she laughs. Chuckle, 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 chuckle. Not funny, Jenna. That's not the attitude for this full moon. You have to be excited and ready to go after it. And ready for serendipitous things to happen to you. And if anybody is going to happen, it's going to be you, Jenna. For that serendipitous romance to happen that just takes you by surprise, that just scoops you up, and all you feel is love and excitement and adventure, and that's the relationship that's coming for Jenna, just so you know. And something as powerful and amazing as that is worth the wait that you've had, because everything you've done over the past few years have gotten you to this point, because guess who is really ready for it? I know. Raise your hands. Let's go. Blushing. So, where are we going now? I have to look and see where I'm at. Where am I at? Okay. So, it gives you the confidence to socialize and a good mood to enjoy it. Perfect, like I said, for self-emotion, asking for favors, chasing your passion, developing creative abilities, and starting a project. This development spiral, okay, is good for us to obtain another point of view. This crisis triangle, the crisis mechanism that we're going over right now, okay, is necessary. Did it ever occur to you guys that you have to go through some of these crises, even the big ones, and the little ones matter too, because those really can cause the most chaos. For you actually to be able to gain a new perspective on things. And that is an absolute truth. You have to. So here we go. This is me. Find a silver lining. Even in the worst of situations, you're going to be able to find that piece of gold in there. You just have to look for it. You have to be open and ready for it. You have to go with the flow and be human and allow yourself to experience those emotions and release them so you don't get stuck. Anyway. That's another thing. That'll be another life. But this development spiral is good for us to obtain another point of view with every complete solution and transition. Okay? The ability, this situation you're going through, this crisis, seeing things from another point of view, is giving you the ability that you may not have had before to break new ground. That's exciting. That sometimes it takes a crisis for this to happen. Everything happens for a reason. Now here's the key, Jenna. I love you, Jenna. And some of you other peeps. Your success, 100%, is dependent on your attitude toward the crisis process. You know, and I'm talking, you know, we're human. After you go through the initial shock of it, the initial disaster, the chaos, the fear, whatever, the anger, whatever occurs. And once you let those emotions and you feel those emotions, okay, then you have to decide how you're going to get through this shit. Excuse my Jersey, but how are you going to get through it? If you can inwardly, as this crisis is happening, acknowledge the opportunities, then development is a likely outcome. You're going to have a good outcome. But if you have a negative attitude or view the crisis as a complete disaster or disruption, the development process will be blocked. So you get to decide what's going to happen. And it's all how you respond, like I tell you guys all the time. A lot of the times we cannot control the things that happen to us or that are done to us, but we 100% can control how we respond to it. Now, fun, the moon goddess. The asteroid Juno, she was the first moon goddess, she's original, by the way, is conjunct Venus right now. And the emphasis truly of this full September moon, without, you know, all the work stuff and passion stuff, because it's all about passion, is an emphasis on love. So the asteroid Juno conjunct Venus is the one that's kind of given Venus some extra strength and power. Kind of like on a video game when you can go and, you know, gobble up those things that give you extra lives and energy and weapons and all that stuff. It's kind of like what the moon goddess is. Okay? It's up to you if she helps you or if she doesn't. It's all on how open you are. And if you decide to release the stuff you're supposed to release. Okay, so here we go. Now, the constellations, September's full moon is in Aries. So I need you to understand this too. But it is located in the constellation of Pisces. So I want you to hear that. Even though the full moon is in Aries, it is located in the constellation of Pisces. So the signs and constellations don't line up. Okay? When you don't know what you're doing, and we're going to get there too, that's when you turn inward and start allowing yourself to listen to your inner voice. And you have been doing that, Jenna, without you even knowing it. That's why you're where you're at today, because you followed your instinct. As I explained in prior lives, over the last 2,000 years, the constellations have moved 30 degrees out of alignment with the signs due to the precession of the equinox. So you need to use, listen to me, you need to use the constellations and fixed stars for interpretation, not the sign. So even though the influence, that Aries influence, you have to work with the constellations and everything else to really get a true interpretation of what's going on. Okay, so we're going to do something you've never heard about, but it's going to come back to the end. So you'll know. Love that Jenna plants make me happy. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting into planting and gardening this week. It's all part of it. Development. All right, anyway, here we go. The lizard. For Lacerte, is a 4th magnitude star with a spectrum of B9. Spectral B9. This indicates, okay, now this might be a little bit of Greek to you, but then I pull it together at the end. But I want you to understand what each influence is. This indicates the planetary nature of Jupiter and to a lesser extent Venus. She just is standing proud during this full moon cycle. Jupiter in correlation to Venus. Okay. That brings a contented, happy disposition. It's honorable, a philosophical mind. Okay. Legal on an ecclesiastical preferment. Okay. And it helps through. And then I'm going to go, because I have to go over here. Aries and not aligning. Well, the thing is, you have to remember, we're in the sign of Aries, but you're in the constellation of Pisces. It doesn't align because over the past 2,000 years, we went 30 degrees out of alignment. So a lot of people look at the sign and not necessarily what's going on up in the universe, in the cosmos. So it's the constellations, okay, and the fixed stars. Hi, Samantha, that you're supposed to use for the interpretation, not just the sign. You know, it's like when people start doing things, you know, it's not only your sign, but what's your rising, what's your setting, you know, where's everything aligned? What house are you in? It's a little bit more involved than just, ooh, it's in Aries, but it's in the constellation of Pisces. You know? Goodbye, I love yous. And if that's you, goodbye, I love you. I hope you have a good night. And I am, off topic, I am publishing this. So if you need to finish watching it or listen again to really understand, you can do it over and over again once I get it published. All right, so, like I said, the lizard, the four Lacertae, helps through, it provides its help through women. So women truly have an effect right now. Now, the spectral class B makes it higher in spiritual nature. Okay, so being the spectral class B makes it a higher spiritual nature that is bestowed upon us. Okay, but few people are able to respond. I mean, this is huge energy, like magnitudes, okay? But what that does is it brings fondness for power, victory over enemies, the ability to lead, very liberal. It's a martial honor, kingly nature, and can achieve great authority. Has cosmopolitan views and subject to high honor, wealth, and known to people everywhere. Okay? So the constellation Lacerta, affectionately known as the lizard, gives us a keen, practical intellect, a careful, patient, scientific nature, and a great love of power and justice. Now, some people wouldn't know how to wield that power. Other people, they become megalomaniacs. They're clueless, or they just become like Hitler. Okay, so those are the people that can't handle it. All right, especially when you look at what it does. Huge good night blessing to all. Good night, Mommy. You got to finish listening to the rest of it, though, because it's important. So this full moon, be ready to take action upon your goals. The Aries full moon gives you a boost of self-confidence, motivation with its fiery nature and energy. It has come time for you to stand up for yourself. This is what you're supposed to do during this full moon. And just so you all know, before anybody else jumps off, tomorrow, probably between tonight and tomorrow, I actually tuned in, did some automatic writing, and I did a universal message that's going to help you all with this full moon energy and over in the next few months. So it's the next few months. I did the universal message, which I'm going to be sharing. I'm probably just going to tape it and just post it. I did your number. The number 16 is what we're all working in right now. Your spirit animal. Everybody's spirit animal right now is the fox. Came to hang out and help out. Okay, and I also did crystals. So I'm going to be doing little snippets and posting them. So definitely take a look back with what I'm posting, so that you can get that extra information, the extra knowledge to help you move through this energy. Okay, so right now, the whole point of this full moon is for you to be ready to take action upon your goals. The Aries full moon gives you a boost of self-confidence and motivation with its fiery nature and energy. It has come time for you to stand up for yourself and what you want in life, for what is important to you in life. Defend what is dear to you. Now, Jenna, if you are unsure of what you want or need, all you need to do, and you did amazing the last journey, let me tell you, is to surrender and tap into the moon's energy, because she will cast her light on these things for you. A lot of people right now with this moon will experience an awakening, okay, and a realization of how you actually truly want your life to be. The curtain is pulled back as the moon will shine her light and illuminate the things that are holding you back from being yourself and living your life's purpose. Let her bring these shadows into the light. Okay, allow her to bring the shadows into the light so you can let go of these limiting beliefs. You can't get where you need to go until you let go of the things that you need to let go of. You got to create the space and the flow. The Aries energy is pushing you to be bold, fearless, to take chances and embrace what makes you unique, and see these qualities as strength and power that will help you forge your path in this world. Now, flip side, Aries is a fire sign. So some topics during this moon may get heated and tempers may flare. It is important for you to stand strong and stand your course for what is best for you in your life. Stick up for yourself. This moon is about you, which ultimately, if you do what's best for you, even if you have to let go of things, okay, ultimately, that will make everyone in your life worlds better. So say, okay, relationship things, what happens if I break up with my other half? Well, ultimately, that means you weren't happy, which means if you weren't happy, they weren't happy. So although the breakup can be devastating and heartbreaking, and it might take a while to get over, ultimately, it is what's best for both of you, for you to be able to move on. About you ultimately makes everybody in your world lives better. I saw that. No nookie, baby. Too funny. Stand firm right now, especially if you are finally seeing your perfect picture, your bigger picture. If you're finally seeing the bigger picture of what you're supposed to do, of what and who you are meant to be, now is the time to push strong towards your goals. Right now is the time for you to do this. Be bold. Express your creativity. challenging your emotions in a productive and healthy way. Because remember, Aries does so much amazing things for you and opens up so many possibilities. It really does. But there's also that other part, that fiery temper part, that misunderstandings, miscommunications. And emotions really could rise, because our emotions during this full moon, especially because it's a super full moon, are just like heightened. So you need a way to release them. So channel your energy in a creative way so that it makes your life better. Okay? And you want to do it so it actually, emotions in a productive and healthy way. It's up to you where your emotions take you, and sometimes we cannot control it. But like I said, once we allow the flow of them and we release them and do what we need to do, then we can figure out the rest from there. Now, partially to do this, where am I? This full moon forces us to say no to the ever-increasing state of control of our lives. This full moon is saying no to the mundane, no to getting stuck, no to feeling like you settled. No, you're not allowed to hide anymore. Okay? But for you to learn how to do that, we must learn to be as off-grid as possible and independent, because this is an independent moon. This moon gives us our independence while leaving the old ways behind. So you're releasing the old to bring in the new. You may hold on. You may find that I couldn't read what I was saying. You may find, if you are in a long-distance relationship, this could be the trigger that inspires you to take the courage and step towards a new life. Transformational moon, guys. I just want to make sure I went through everything, because this was a lot, and I know I had doubled up on some pages. That's the universal message. I have the universal message in here. I swear to God, I felt like I gave myself carpal tunnel. I was writing so much. I went through 2 pens. Over the past 2 days, I wrote out 2 pens, guys. Okay. With all the writing I've been doing. Went that page, went that. Healing the emotional health. Trigger, stories of Aries. Flip side, we did that. Spinning its wheels. All right, we did that. I just want to make sure I got everything and I didn't miss anything. I think we did. I just want to make sure, guys. Yeah, it is a powerful, powerful moon. Intense mutual attraction and kinship. We did that. All right, we did do that. I just want to make sure. I didn't want to miss anything because there's so much information today. Yeah, I did. I got the whole thing in. Hot damn. So what? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. I really appreciate that. Okay, so what time is it? Because I actually got this in enough time, because I have to do an 1.5-hour session with Becca tonight. So I got it in and got it done. I'm so excited about that. Okay, so I am publishing this. Listen to it once, twice, 3 times to really understand. If you have a question, please feel free to message me. Okay? This is a perfect time for you to book sessions, really, to help you move through the energy and set the path and the planes to make the changes you need to, with a little bit of help from Spirit, with the information that they provide you through the session. Remember, I am doing the universal message. I don't think I'm going to be live for that. I'm not sure. I might be live for that. Then I'm going to do the number, and I'm going to do the crystals and the spirit animal, and really explain what all this is to give you a little bit more knowledge. So that is going to be done over the next 2 days, which runs hand in hand with this full moon. And I was drawn by Spirit to do this, because it's needed. You need a little bit more help. You need to know the energy that you're in and how to really go about it and what to be focusing upon. So I'm kind of giving you a map, a blueprint, a how-to, and then we can fine-tune that. I promise you, you make the investment in yourself and you have faith and you believe in me and you invest in me, I will get you exactly where you need to be. And it's going to be sooner versus later, and you deserve that. So I have got a jet. I'm going to publish this. I look forward to working with you all. I look forward to sharing what I'm going to be sharing over the next few days. I'm really looking forward to Mystic Monday. It's going to be fantastic. And if you guys, like I said, just, send me a message and I got you. You can either go to my website, www.oneheartonespirit.com, or you could direct message me. And if you want to talk about a subject, if you want to know about something, if you want me to focus a line, like I'm going to focus my live on some ghost stories and stuff, please feel free. And if you want to share, let me know and I'll bring you on too. And we're going to shake things up a bit because that's what this moon is about. I love you all fierce, and I'll talk to you soon. Night. Thank you so much. I love you all fierce, and you are gorgeous, lady. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Happy Friday. Happy full moon. Gonna wait for some people to jump on. This is a big one, guys. This is a big one. Hey, Christine. Hey, Ames. This one has such crazy, amazing, unpredictable, volatile, serendipitous energy.